Hello, and welcome to my Week 2 Team Builder, wherein we are going to be prepping to take on King Zycro and his Atlantic Septiles. I had already recorded this video in anticipation of this week. However, his team has hence changed, and became drastically more threatening. And I'm going to quickly just go over my party once again, as is custom. We have Aerodactyl, Volcarona, Gyarados, Infernape, Florges, Bronzong, Trevenant, Togetic, Muck, Claydol, and Tornadus Incarnate. So our common weaknesses are going to be Electric, Ice, and Rock, mainly due to the fact that we have a ton of flying types. So last week when we took on Easy Bake Oven, he didn't have an electric type, and he didn't have a whole lot of ice presence either. So I was really just worried about hazards. However, this man has a Raikou, and that is one of the most abusive electric types in the game. And I will just quickly go over his team. He has the Raikou along with Sceptile, Conkeldurr, Entei, Nidoqueen, Flygon, Meloetta, Registeel, Samurott, Liepard, and Noivern. So we do have a relatively severe weakness to water as well. And with that Samurott, which is likely going to be a Swords Dance Aqua Jet type of situation, that could be a very serious problem. So we're going to have to prepare for that. So the main threats on his team, I believe, are going to be his Raikou, as well as his Entei. So this is the man that took Entei from me, so he's trying to make it personal now. So, I mean, challenge accepted. He also has a Nidoqueen, which I think will be coming, as well as a Samurott, which I think will be coming. Nidoqueen mainly because of hazards. He could also bring the Registeel, but due to the fact that I have so many things to deal with Registeel, maybe not so many, but namely Volcarona, Infernape, and Claydol, plus Gyarados kind of shuts him down, and Bronzong kind of shuts him down. So I don't think he'll be bringing the Registeel, even though I do have two fairies. It just doesn't seem like a good plan, and he can get burned by Trevenant, and it just doesn't seem like a good mon for him. So I think if he's going to bring the hazards, he's going to bring them on the Nidoqueen, which means he's probably going to be bringing a defensive Nidoqueen with Stealth Rocks and a couple of coverage moves. So we're going to try to prepare for that, and hopefully we are correct. He's also very likely going to bring a Specs Raikou, which he brought last time, but it just, last time meaning last week in his previous battle, but it just puts in so much work on my team. I don't think there's any reason for him not to bring it, even if that's really predictable. I will say one other thing about King Zycro, not to disrespect him or anything like that. He has definitely improved, I'm sure, as a player. But he definitely goes by the book. His spreads he brought last week were almost entirely straight from Smogon University. I don't think he's going to be bringing anything too wild. He's not going to bring, like, Scarfed Raikou or something. Hopefully. Now that I'm saying that, I'm really scared. But I don't think he's going to bring anything really scary. And hopefully, or not scary, but rather innovative. So hopefully I can capitalize on that and kind of take advantage of his lack of imagination. Not to say that in an offensive way. Like, the sets are there because they work and people use them. So if Raikou comes, it's going to be Specs. If Entei comes, it's going to be Bandit. If Conkeldurr comes, it's going to be Assault Vest. You know, just stuff like that. He did bring a physical Sceptile, so props for that. But, you know, I just don't think there's much diversity on his team, aside from maybe Flygon. Because Noivern is basically always Specs. Registeel is always either Hazards or Curse. You know, just he has a lot of stuff that fulfills really only one single role. He could bring offensive Nidoqueen, but I don't think he will. So, we are going to want a lot of things to check his Raikou. And the really unfortunate thing about Raikou in particular is its very limited coverage happens to perfectly hit my two switch-ins, which would be the Claydol and the Trevenant, because they are immune and resist electricity respectively. However, basically every single Raikou on the planet runs Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Shadow Ball, and Hidden Power Ice. So, both Shadow Ball and Hidden Power Ice hit Claydol and Trevenant super effectively. So that's terrible. My 2 switch-ins can easily be predicted and probably 2-shotted. So I think we're going to have to lean on Assault Vest Muck. That is really the only option I see. Because if I'm not switching into Trevenant, and I'm not switching into Muck, Claydol, I don't have many choices aside from Muck, maybe Bronzong, but again with the whole Shadow Ball thing, and then maybe Florges. So I think I'm going to bring Muck, also because I didn't bring him last time, and I want to get used to him, because I think he's definitely a good Pokemon. And he is clearly very bulky with his Assault Vest spread, so I think that sounds like a pretty good plan. I'm going to just throw Muck on here, and Muck kind of gets a lot of moves, too. And he gets Poison Touch, he also gets Sticky Hold, but I don't think we're too worried about getting knocked off by this team. Blyhard might have it, but, and I guess Conkeldurr, but I think we'll be okay. So, obviously Assault Vest, I think that's going to be more helpful to us than Black Sludge, just because he can really threaten this thing with Nidoqueen if he Volt Switches into it, or Flygon, more so Flygon, because he has the physical ground stab. So yeah, but we are going to just see what the heck this thing has. I could run Explosion and just nuke something. I think one of the main things I want to throw on first is Gunk Shot, because that is stab and that is power, and that is probably going to poison something due to the fact that I have Poison Touch and it's a 30% chance anyways. So I think it's a 60% chance to poison. I believe it stacks in that way. I don't see why it wouldn't. And the other thing is, he still has a pretty prominent ice weakness. It was more prominent before because he had a Conkeldurr. He had a Garchomp over Conkeldurr, so it was even more so beforehand. But he still has the Sceptile and the Noivern and the Flygon and the Nidoqueen. So I think Ice Punch is going to be very good on Muck and will allow us to maybe get some predictions going and kill some stuff. The other move I might want to run is... I'm not really sure, honestly. Does Fire Punch help me? Not really. Against Registeel, but that's not going to do anything anyways. Disable. That would be interesting. Let me just open up Smogon. And we're not going to go right by the book, probably, but we are going to see what is normally run on Muck, because I truly have no idea. Shadow Sneak, that is what Muck gets, and that is good. That is priority. It's not the strongest priority, but it is still priority. So we're going to run Shadow Sneak, and it has that 30% chance to poison as well, due to my ability. And I kind of want to run Explosion. I think it's time to bust out the Calc, because if Explosion can kill something... Also, we want to make sure that I can actually take hits from Raikou before we get too invested. You have to excuse my voice as well. I am a little sick. Please pardon me as I get some water. Okay, sorry about that. So, this does 0. Is this Specs? My god. Alright, what if he's Modest? We're going to prep for Modest Specs, because that is the worst case scenario if he is the ultimate powerhouse. So it's a guaranteed 3-hit KO, which is really all I need. And this is with, wow, this is without max HP. My gosh. And Adamant. Wow. What? Huh. That's crazy. Muck is fat. Alright, well, I kind of want to not run Adamant, especially seeing that probably without Adamant it is still going to be a 2-hit KO. Let me close a couple tabs really quick. Sorry, I have a few too many tabs open right now. Okay, so let's throw Explosion on here. And then what is plus special defense minus special attack? Careful. So we're going to see if it is still a guaranteed 2-hit with Careful. It is. And that does even less, obviously, since I'm boosting my special defense. It does about 3% less, which could be the difference, especially because I'm not going to be getting any HP back from Black Sludge. And Explosion has a pretty good chance to KO. I probably don't want to just be unleashing that, since it is my check to Raikou. However, it's definitely power, and it will definitely hit, because I think his switch into this would be Flygon if he brought it. And, well, Ice Punch is actually obviously better for Flygon. But if he goes into the Nidoqueen, let's calc Nidoqueen. We'll say defensive, because that's probably what he is. That does not do very much. So, debating whether or not Explosion is actually going to be worth it is going to be in the back of my mind for this whole thing. But we are just going to throw some EVs in here, make him nice and specially defensive with 4 in defense, yeah, we'll just put 4 in defense, it's whatever. And then that'll be our muck. And if we just double check this calculator, if we look at Raikou, and we look at choice specs, because that's probably what he's going to bring, it is a guaranteed 4-hit KO. That's insane. That is truly insane. I had no idea. So in that time, we can KO with Gunk Shot or Poison Jab, even though I'm not running it. Gunk Shot is a little tragic usually because it can obviously miss. However, it will be nice to poison, and I might be able to follow up with a Ice Punch if I do get that poison, and I don't want to risk a miss. So, that's looking pretty good for Muck. I'm liking this, and hopefully it'll do well, because this is going to be our stop to Raikou. I'm realizing he can also run Extra Sensory. That does nothing! My god. Alright, never mind. I'm not even concerned. 99% chance to 3-hit KO. So, it's probably going to 4-hit KO? Is that what that means? Let's just throw some stuff in here. Wait. 99.9% chance to 3-hit KO. Oh, so it's a 0.1% to 4-hit KO. Okay, whatever. But this is probably going to 3-hit KO. Unless there's hazards on my side of the field. Which is definitely something we're going to want to prevent. And last time we leaned on Infernape for that, and I still think Infernape is going to be the one we are leaning upon for that. I'm going to probably run a slightly different set, because last time, what the heck did I run last time? Let's look at it, because I honestly forget what I ran against Easy Bake. So we did sort of try to prevent hazards, but not with Fake Out. Or I'm sorry, not with Taunt. So I'm going to try to run a Taunt Infernape this time around, because if he leads with Registeel, or he leads with Nidoqueen and tries to set up hazards, obviously I am not going to be able to kill in the same way I could have killed the Aggron, or I could have killed the, what was his other lead? Landorus. Landorus was going to die to a Hidden Power Ice. So in that case, I didn't have to run Taunt, because I could easily just take out his Aggron or his Landorus. However, I can't take out Registeel, probably, and I definitely can't take out Nidoqueen. So we're going to run Focus Sash. This is one of the things I love about Infernape. You just never know what it's going to do. It's incredible, and it gets rocks. So I think I'm just going to use, I think this is the basic hazard setting set, but I honestly don't know. And I think just Overheat, just so I don't take myself out. And we'll calc some stuff really quick, because that's what we do when we're when we're trying to build a team. You lead. No, that's not what I want. Sorry, I want Suicide Endeavor. There we go. All right, so Overheat against a Registeel. Registeel, specially defensive. See, that does absolutely nothing. And it'll do even less after the -2, so it's definitely not going to be a 2-hit. It's going to be more like a 3-hit, I think. Maybe even more than that. Let's look at Nidoqueen, because if he leaves Nidoqueen, which is what I am expecting, that does a good amount. It'll put a dent in it, and hopefully we can prevent hazards through the use of Taunt. The thing about this, however, is I'm gonna be in Blaze range, so that actually does a lot more. Blaze is pretty powerful. And I could also Endeavor, because I'm going to be outspeeding Nidoqueen. The problem, if he leads with Registeel, is I don't think that thing can bring me down to my Focus Sash, because it probably just has Seismic Toss and like Toxic Thunder Wave maybe. So in an ideal world, I can Endeavor down his Registeel, because that thing is going to be a bit of a problem. But in a slightly less ideal but still ideal world, I will be able to Endeavor down his Nidoqueen, because that, I mean, it's just always nice to get something down to 1 HP. So all of that taken into account, we're probably just going to run... Nope. There we go. I don't think I need Hasty. Why the heck you... Oh, because Fake Out. I mean, the Fake Out is not really about getting damage, but whatever. Will that help me KO stuff, actually? Is there any need to run Fake Out now that I'm looking at it? Maybe not. Should I just go Vacuum Wave for priority in case we can get an Endeavor off? Maybe that's ideal. Maybe that's the way to go. I think it probably is, because we have... Wait, no, I need Taunt. What am I doing? What was I thinking? I need Taunt to prevent hazards. Okay, so we're going to replace Fake Out with Taunt, and then we're going to have Overheat and Vacuum Wave, maybe to... No, it still doesn't work because I want Endeavor. Alright, forget Vacuum Wave. Sorry. I wish I had 5 moves. So we're going to run Stealth Rock, Taunt, Endeavor, and Overheat, because hopefully this will be able to prevent hazards. And if I lead with it, he might be expecting the Banded set with U-Turn, which I think is definitely more common. So hopefully he will not be ready for the Taunt. And I can capitalize on his sort of, how do you say, like dedication to the book, as it were. We're going to Calc Modest on this thing. That does a good amount, honestly. But, no, I'll still outspeed, it won't matter. And Infernape is going to outspeed, I think, everything on his team anyways, so... And since he's Suicide Lead, I don't really need speed. I can definitely outspeed Nidoqueen and Registeel, so... And those are really his only 2 leads I foresee. He could lead Noivern, but... I don't think I can even outspeed that thing if I'm max speed. Let me quickly check before we move on to the next Pokemon. Specs, if I am timid, don't know the alphabet, there we go. Yeah, if I'm timid and he's timid, he outspeeds me, so I'm just going to run Modest and try to get a lot of damage on something. That's going to be the plan. Alright, so that's our Infernape. He's going to be our hazard setter, and hopefully, fingers crossed, hazard preventer, because if we can just prevent hazards, as per usual, that's going to be excellent for this team. So, these are, I think, our 2 ground weaknesses. I don't think we have any more ground weaknesses. So, probably, unless Bronzong doesn't have Levitate. So, I think we probably want to put on something that is immune to ground. I think Claydol is probably coming with us, just because of the Rapid Spin utility. And would I want Defog Togetic instead of that? I don't think so. I don't want to bring too many things that are weak to Raikou. Right now, we don't have any of those, but still. Just because Raikou is going to be a serious problem. And he's definitely bringing it. I don't think he'll bring the Conkeldurr. I sort of have mixed feelings about the Conkeldurr, because obviously I don't have any fighting weaknesses on this team. And since Conkeldurr is a fighting type Pokemon, I would assume he would not bring it. However, that is not to say that Conkeldurr does not get amazing coverage, because it definitely does. And in fact, most of his coverage moves shred my team. He gets Poison Jab, which can kill a lot. He gets Knockoff, which hurts the Bronzong and the Trevenant. And he gets Ice Punch, Thunder Punch. He gets a lot of coverage. So he could bring it purely for the coverage. But since I have 2 fairies running around, and a Muck, and an Aerodactyl, and I just don't think he's going to bring it. I don't think he's bringing Conkeldurr. That is my final decision. You're not bringing Conkeldurr. You'd be insane. I have Tornadus Incarnate. You're not bringing Conkeldurr. So, we think he's bringing Raikou. I think he's bringing Entei just so he can be that guy, and because Entei is power. Nidoqueen, probably for hazards. Samurott. Maybe I should prepare for Samurott. That's what I'll do next. I'll prepare for the Samurott, and I think he's probably bringing the Flygon just so we can get that U-turn initiative. So I'm going to go ahead and call out Flygon, and say it's probably going to be a Scarfed U-turner, and Trevenant is good for that as well. So I feel like I'm going to have to bring the same Trevenant set that I brought last week, and I'm sorry if that frustrates some of you guys. I know I do try to be as diverse as possible when I'm team building, but Willow Trevenant is a force to be reckoned with and will seriously damage this guy's team. It'll hurt Sceptile if he chooses to bring another physical Sceptile. It will be able to switch in on Flygon and burn it. It will be able to switch in on Samurott and burn it if it's physical. Special Samurott is a thing, but I don't think it's likely. And then just residual damage is great on everything. So I'm going to be running Citrus and Harvest and Willow and Leech Seed and Substitute and Horn Leech. Now I know this got some hate from Easy Bake Oven last time when I brought it in week 1, just because it is stall. It's a stall Pokemon, but I need it. I really feel like I need it because he has some very offensive physical threats that I need to be able to whittle, particularly the Samurott. Yeah. And he has the Entei, which this won't be able to do anything to, but I will have to I might have to bring, I don't want to bring bulky Gyarados again, though. Man, how else am I going to counter Entei? I don't know. I guess we'll cross that bridge. Yeah, we'll cross that bridge, but the burn chance from Sacred Fire is going to be I think it's going to be an issue, which might prompt me to bring Aromatherapy on my Florges again. Anyways, he could bring Meloetta. I used to run in when I was down in, what even is that? RU? I think it's RU. When I went down into RU, Meloetta was everywhere, but I don't know if he's going to bring it and if he knows how to use it. I'm not even sure what it does. I know it gets that song that changes its form and stuff like that, but and it would always destroy my team, so maybe he'll bring it. What can that hit? What does Psychic hit on my team? Hits Muck. Hits... What else does that hit? Infernape, I guess. Is that it? I think so. I believe. So maybe he won't bring it. I don't think it's going to be very good for him. He might just bring his Mega. I'm going to go ahead and lock in his team as Mega Sceptile, Raikou, Entei, Nidoqueen, Flygon, and Samurott. That's 6, right? Yeah. I think that's what he's going to bring. Because I guess Liepard is always an option. He could bring the T-Wave on Liepard. Does it get T-Wave? I know it gets Swagger, which will be annoying. And then the Noivern just doesn't really hit enough of my team. I have a lot of fairies to switch into potential Dracos, and just Flying Stab in general doesn't hit my team too hard. So yeah, that's my reasoning there. I'm gonna lock that in, and hopefully that turns out well. So that's what we're gonna prep for. Which means probably Specs Raikou, like I said, Banded Entei, Specially Defensive Nidoqueen, Swords Dance Samurott, Scarfed Flygon, and the Sceptile I'm iffy on. Could be physical, could be special, but with what we have right now, I'm kind of prepped for either of those because of the Specially Defensive Muck, and this is going to be a physically defensive Trevenant. Do I want you to be Specially Defensive? Because you can burn stuff. I feel like that's the attitude I had last time. Once we burn stuff, you don't need to be physically defensive. Yeah, forget it. I'm gonna run this with max special defense. Just cause. Let me do some quick calculations. Subseed with Horn Leech. How much does this do? Let's say to Nidoqueen if I am not invested at all. If he's defensive. Can I crank that up to a 2-hit KO? Not even remotely. So, never mind. What about Samurott? How hard does that hit Samurott if I'm not invested? Because that's going to be pretty clutch as well. That's a guaranteed 2-hit KO without investment, so that's good. How about Flygon? Because Flygon will take you neutral from that. But do I want to be able to 2-hit KO that? Because I feel like he's just going to switch immediately if I go into this thing. That's my question. I don't think that's necessary. I really don't. So I think just max bulk is going to be what we're going to run. And this will give us sort of a semi-switch in to Raikou, but like I was talking about before, if he starts predicting this and going for Shadow Balls, we're going to have not a very fun time with that, because that's a guaranteed 2-hit KO, and I can't get any more especially defensive than I already am. So we need to be a little careful when doing that. Alright, so this gives us our check to Samurott and Flygon, and that's about it, but it can switch into Raikou if he's not predicting it. Because, I mean, Thunderbolt and Volt Switch don't do anything. HP Ice is not a guaranteed 2-hit KO, so. Oh, I guess we'll see. Raikou is such an issue. He didn't have Raikou before, and now he has it, and now I'm freaking scared, man. Oh my god. I was so happy with my team beforehand, and then he was like, oh, let me put Raikou and Conkeldurr on the team. I guess Conkeldurr's not as big of an issue, but let me put Raikou and Samurott on the team and proceed to sweep you. How does that sound? I'm like, oh god. So, if you bring a Scarf to Raikou, I think the game is over. So hopefully he does not. Okay. But we can easily test for that. When we switch Muck into that thing, we can see how much damage that does, and we will be able to know if he is Specs or Scarf. He might bring Life Orb. I guess that's possible. I'm not sure. I'm going to get some water. I'm sorry if this is a longer team builder, but this is a much, much more stressful battle than Easy Bake. I feel like this team builder should be the one that's an hour long. The Easy Bake team builder could have been much shorter than it is. But I'm new to this whole competitive, like really competitive team builder. Obviously I do laddering competitively, but it's not quite on the same level as this. So, what is something that I can sweep with? My other question is, do I want to bring the Bronzong? Because that could be one of my few switches into Entei if I bring Heat Proof. However, he has the Flygon and the Nidoqueen with Ground Stab. So I'm not sure if that is ideal. Can Bronzong take Shadow Balls from you if he's max specially defensive? You actually can't, really. But, I mean, could this benefit me in some way? I could set up light screens and reflects. That could be huge. Interesting. If I bring, wait, does Florges get screens? Because if Florges gets screens, I'm gonna bring Florges instead. Do you get light screen? You do. Alright, never mind. We're gonna bring Florges. I know I didn't bring Bronzong last time, but in an ideal world, I'd want to lead with Bronzong and just set up the screens immediately, but I have Infernape as my lead. Like, Infernape is going to lead. It doesn't matter what I see. Infernape is leading. I guess, well, if he doesn't bring Registeel or Nidoqueen, I guess Infernape is not leading. No, because even then, I need to get rocks. So, Infernape is leading 100%. I'm just going to open the battle and click Infernape, basically. So I don't want to bring Bronzong because of that. So I think I'm going to bring Light Clay Florges. Just to make my screens last. Florges' abilities kind of suck, and it's unfortunate. Oh well. This is not doubles, so it's not going to matter at all. The other thing I can try to think about is if I only want one screen. Because really what I'm most scared about is the Raikou. So that would lead me to only want light screen. However, the Entei and the Samurott are both very real physical threats. So I don't think there's any reason. Tell me you don't get reflect. What the heck is light screen and not reflect? What? I didn't even know that was a thing. Well, that changes stuff considerably. I'm kind of liking the whole screens idea though, because that will definitely let my team take things better. I feel like I'm over concerned about, well, maybe I'm not over concerned. It's definitely good to be concerned about the freaking Raikou, but maybe I'm over preparing for it, because if he brings an Entei, he can just kind of destroy me. How much does Entei do to Muck? Especially defensive Muck. With a Sacred Fire. Yeah, see, herein is the problem. He has this Raikou, which is an issue, and this Entei, which is an issue. So, I think I'm going to bring the Bronzong just as a switch in to the Entei, because he doesn't get a lot of coverage, so even if he wants to predict the Bronzong, there's nothing he can really do, unless he wants to you know, switch out. If he wants to pull a double, that's fine. I'll make him switch out, but why is this still doing damage to me? What? Am I not understanding heatproof? Doesn't that make me immune? Oh, it's halved. Oh my gosh, I had no idea. Huh. Interesting. Wow, this is not a switch in. Uh-oh. What do I switch into Entei? Okay, well, that does nothing. What if I'm like bulky Dragon Dance though? That still does nothing. The issue is gonna be the burn. Alright, no, here we go. This is gonna be the plan. Because Gyarados can actually go in on this team looking at it. If I look at this right now, Gyarados can go absolutely in on this team. Okay. Oh, jeez. Especially if I bring Ice Fang. We are just gonna wreck. So we're gonna bring Dragon Dance. We're gonna bring Waterfall for stab. We're gonna bring Ice Fang. And we're gonna bring Earthquake. Because it'll hit... Actually, what will that hit? It'll hit the Samurott. I can't hit Samurott with Waterfall or Ice Fang. But I feel like... Earthquake is not gonna do a lot either. Samurott. Earthquake. Oh. But he can't retaliate is the thing. So it could be okay. It could definitely be okay. And I need to make sure I can outspeed Raikou from +1. Raikou hits 354. I hit 198. What is 198 times 1.5? 297. So I need to be considerably faster than that, which means I'm going to have to take out some bulk. So what's 354 divided by 1.5? 236. So I need to hit 237. So let us... Well, Jolly will help. Jolly will definitely help. There we go. And then 237, I said? I think I said 237. 354 divided by 1.5. Oh, 236. 237, yeah, okay. So if we run 72 speed, we will outspeed Timid Raikou after a Dragon Dance and be able to OHKO with Earthquake. Yes? Does that make sense to everyone? I think that makes sense. So how much speed was that? 72. 72 and Jolly. However, I'm going to have to take out some bulk for that. And I feel like that's not going to be the best situation. If you have 184 HP, how much does Entei do to you now? And I don't outspeed if I'm just neutral like this. That's not good. How high do I need to be to outspeed, like, in this form. I don't know if I do. I don't. Man. Entei. I have the Lum to prepare for the burn. However, if he predicts with Stone Edge, I need to sack my Gyarados. Unless he misses. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is going to be bad. This is definitely going to be bad. Should I bring Sub? I don't think Sub really helps me. Unless he brings the Liepard with T-Wave, but I was saying I don't think he's going to bring that. And I have Lum in case the Entei doesn't get a burn off the Sacred Fire. That'd be best case if he went for Sacred Fire and either didn't get the burn or I guess got the burn, but I have the Lum and that forces him to switch. That's best case. Worst case is he predicts with Stone Edge and either crits or hits twice, and then I don't have anything left for that Entei. Who knew? Who knew the mascot of the team would be my downfall? I don't think Claydol wants to switch into this. Even max defense, which is unheard of. I think this thing is usually especially defensive. You kind of do, but you're not going to outspeed. So, there's that. Could bring Scarf to... Scarf? Am I actually considering that right now? I kind of am. Just literally for the Entei. Do you take this? You don't. Well, you don't take a Flare Blitz. You just don't take anything without HP investment. Damn. That's brutal. But can Earth Power kill? That's not Earth Power. No. Alright, never mind. That was a good thought, though. Alright. So, looking at that, we might have to resort to Togetic, because apparently Togetic is bulky as hell. Ooh. Jeez. Huh. Interesting. A T-Wave would be nice on Entei. A T-Wave would definitely be nice. Oh. It's another weakness to Raikou, but I do have Trevenant and Muck. So I think I'm going to try it. I'm going to try the Togetic with Eviolite. I don't want to miss T-Waves, so we're going to run Surging Grace, Thunder Wave, Air Slash. Oh no. Oh, I didn't realize this. Well, I guess we're going for Air Cutter then. That's unfortunate. That kind of defeats the purpose of Surging Grace. Super luck. Sure. Air Cutter, Roost, and excuse me. What else can you run? You get screens. Interesting. Tailwind. Tailwind, if it works, could be pretty clutch. But I think I want... Maybe I'll just run Nasty Plot. Because if I can get Nasty Plot up... What can I set up against, though? After I put in these EVs, I will check that. I can set up on... Probably Sceptile if he brings it. Conkeldurr if he chooses to bring it for some reason. Flygon if he chooses to bring it. Noivern if he chooses to bring it. So I think we can set up on a good amount of stuff. The issue is Air Cutter, I don't think it's going to be hitting too much. If you're +2, especially because you're not going to be invested, because you need to be able to take hits from this thing. That does nothing. It is a 2-hit, but his is a 2-hit on me as well. Oh. Plus he can burn me. And see, if he burns me with this, oh Jesus, sorry. If he burns me with Sacred Fire, pretty sure it's a guaranteed 2-hit KO. But if he doesn't, I can T-Wave. And this can set up on stuff if he... This can set up on a lot of stuff. Is Dazzling Gleam better? Maybe. it hits all of his dragons, which he has many of. I won't get the critical hit chance, but... Huh. Maybe Dazzling Gleam is better. Yeah. No additional effect, that's fine. I'll still bring Super Luck because I can still crit, maybe. Dazzling Gleam is not going to do anything to Entei, obviously, but it'll do a good amount to other things, like the Sceptile, potentially the Raikou. We're probably switching out when Raikou comes out, though, because we can't do anything to it. Oh, we take those. Huh. Alright, well. I don't know how I'm going to be able to counter both the Raikou and the Entei, unless I bring a fully defensive Gyarados again. And even then, I don't have a form of recovery. Man. Maybe I should bring Florges instead. But also my team gets T-Wave. I know Gyarados does, but I'm not going to be running that. I don't think any of it does... No, Florges gets Toxic. Do I want Toxic? I don't really want to be that guy. Florges... Can Florges set up? If you're a defensive Calm Mind, how much do you take from Entei? Oh my lord. That is way too much damage. Jeez. Oh wait, that's not even banded. Hold on. God. My mind is being blown by this Entei. This Entei is going to be my downfall. He has to just go into it and click Sacred Fire a bunch of times. And I have nothing to switch into that. Oh boy. How about my boy Tornadus Incarnate? We haven't looked at him yet, and he is... That's Tornadus T. Robin Williams. Okay. Well, Robin Williams does not want to be taking anything. So, you're max defense, max HP. Then you take stuff. But there's no way you're killing with anything. So, because you won't have attack, and you'll have to go for like Hurricane, and you're probably going to miss. So, that is not going to work. Plus I get outsped. So, and that's Jolly. We're not even going to be Jolly. We're going to be something else. So, that's a problem. That is a problem. How about Aerodactyl? Does Aerodactyl switch into this? Aerodactyl. Mega Aerodactyl. Not Stone Edge. Entei gets such crap coverage, but the coverage it gets is giving me a heart attack. Man, plus he can burn. Entei. Should have picked Entei. Clearly should have picked Entei. Let us think about this, though. If I am defensive... If I'm defensive Mega Aerodactyl, I can switch into that. I can. I can switch into that. So, let's try it. Let us try it. This is not how I envisioned using Aerodactyl in this game, but I don't see another option here. So, Roost, Stone Edge, Earth, or Wing Attack? I don't know. Aerial Ace, what's the difference? Nothing. Okay. And, what else? Ice Fang for coverage. Now, this looks very odd. I understand that. However, 296 barely does not outspeed. Okay, we can run EVs for that. We can go to 2. Wait, this is not Mega. So before I Mega, no, I still want to be able to outspeed before I Mega. So we want to hit 290. Wait, what was it? 299. So we need to hit 300. So we're going to take it out of attack, and we're going to hit 300. So this way, is that adamant? It is adamant. Is it worth it to prep for Jolly? 328. I mean, I can hit that, and especially after I Mega, I will definitely be able to hit that. So, 329. And some of that. Okay. And we're going to have a physically defensive nature, so that'll sort of make up for the EVs there. Okay, so if we have 124 and Impish, How much does that do now? Okay, not bad. And how much does Stone Edge do back? Good. Guaranteed Oko, except I have no attack EVs, so never mind. Chance, though. Chance. Rocks guaranteed. Okay. So rocks are going to be important, and him not burning me is going to be very important as well. So, yeah. We're going to run this in an attempt to check the Entei, but if he... I mean, I can take a Stone Edge, and I'm going to outspeed. I'm going to outspeed guaranteed. There's no way I don't get outsped. Sorry, jeez, there's no way I get outsped. My god, I can't even speak. This is... My mind is being boggled by this team. So we're going to bring Aerodactyl with Roost, Stone Edge, Aerial Ace, and Ice Fang. I'm so scared of Stone Edge, though. I feel like Earthquake is not going to kill, just looking at that damage. Yeah, because that's stab. Ooh. Brutal. Those Rock Slide won't kill. I need Stone Edge. I need it to hit. I need it to hit so bad. If I can just kill that, I'll be the happiest man alive. Literally, I'll be the happiest man alive. Alright, so... Actually, Aerial Ace doesn't really hit anything. I feel like we might as well run... What can I hit with stuff? I have the Ice Fang already. I don't want rocks because that's just not what this set is going to be about. Maybe I just will run Earthquake. Earthquake will hit the Entei at least. Ah, geez, the Raikou. In the Nidoqueen. Alright, sure. Earthquake it is. We got the Edgequake combo, we got the Ice Fang. We didn't really need Aerial Ace because it only hits the Sceptile. And the Conkeldurr if he wants to bring it, so... It is stab, but whatever. It doesn't really matter. Alright, so with our last slot, hopefully we can wrap this up. I'm really, really sorry about how long this probably is. I was not expecting this to be so aggravating. We have... All of our threats are physical. So we probably want to bring something special. I could bring the Volcarona. Now, Volcarona cannot kill Entei anytime soon. What if I run Hidden Power Ground? If I run Hidden Power Ground, that kills from... Has a chance to kill from +1 after... or +2 after rocks. Well, +1. It has a 50% chance to kill after Stealth Rocks from +1. If he chooses to switch in. What can I set up on? Sceptile. Probably the Raikou because I'll be going for Quiver Dance. Probably Nidoqueen. Probably Samurott if it's burned. And maybe not Noivern. But I think Volcarona's coming. If we're being honest. I think Volcarona is too good to not come. What if I bring like Earthplate? Does that boost? Is that too much? Earthplate. Does that even boost that? I can't tell. What was it at before? It does. It's a guaranteed Oko from +1 after rocks if I have Earthplate. I feel like that's asking for too much. Because I want Quiver, Hidden Power Ground, that's the best one, right? Because it'll also hit Raikou and Nidoqueen. Yeah, ground is the way to go. I don't want water or anything like that. That's not as good. Is rock better? No. So we're gonna continue with the ground. I'm sorry if you can hear that music. I promise I will wrap this up soon, so you won't have to listen to that anymore. We are gonna keep Flame. Jeez, we are gonna keep Flame Body. Fire Blast is probably the way to go, and then Roost, I think, is best. And I think I just want max defense again. No, I don't, though, because I need to be able to KO with Hidden Power Ground. Oh man, what is this? Is this Timid? I don't need Timid. Get out of here. I need Modest. Because Modest, then I don't need Earthblade to kill if I'm Modest, I'm assuming. Hidden Power Ground from +1 is a guaranteed Oko after rocks. Oh boy. Oh man. I don't like this at all. I don't usually run non-bulky Volcarona, so there's that. There's definitely that. I'm going to run special defense. No, I'm going to run defense. It doesn't matter, but still. And then minus attack. Fire Blast will kill a lot of stuff if I can connect. If I can connect is the big thing. Do I want to run Flamethrower instead? Maybe. How much does that do to Raikou? Let me just put Fire Blast on here as well so we can compare. I just couldn't find it for some reason. So it's a guaranteed OHKO after Stealth Rocks with Fire Blast and like pretty close to, well, there's a pretty bad chance to OHKO after Stealth Rocks for Flamethrower. I could run Heat Wave instead. Because that's 90%. And that's slightly more than, we're just going to have all the fire moves on this page. Heat Wave is a 50% chance. So I don't think that's not worth, I don't think. It's only 5% more accurate, and I think it's 5% more base power. So I could run Fiery Dance and pray for boosts, but that definitely won't kill. But what is he going to do back to me? Not a lot if I can keep boosting and roosting and stuff. Because I'm going to be +1 special defense, even though I'm not bulky. And that is a guaranteed 3-hit KO. Oh, wait. Whew! Alright, so we don't want rocks on the field, because this is very, very, very close. Alright, but this can go in. If I set up with this, we can definitely go in, barring Thunderwave Liepard. So, yeah. And Samurott, though. Man, do I need Roost, though. Don't I need Roost? How much does Giga Drain do to Raikou? Alright, get Heat Wave off of this thing. Giga Drain, +1. That'll restore 20% each time. Alright. We're just going to have to get rid of the Samurott before this thing can sweep. That's going to be the condition. If I can get rid of Samurott, I can sweep with Volcarona. Unless that's like Scarfed Flygon with Stone Edge, then we might have a bit of a problem. But aside from that, and maybe the Noivern. But I think we can get rid of those things. And I don't think he's bringing the Noivern. So I think at long last this is going to be the team. Do I need speed though? Before, as my parting words to you. Do I need speed? Well, we're going to assume Timid Max Speed Raikou, which is 361. So 361 divided by 1.5, we said, is 240. So I need to hit 241 after the boost. So, wait. Oh yeah. So, no, I need to hit 241 just in general. So I'm going to hit 242. That way, at +1, I will be able to outspeed this thing. And if we look at Flygon, you hit 328. So, but you're, no, hang on. 328 divided by 1.5 is 218. What? 218. Wait, why am I doing that? No, 328 times 1.5. Wait. I'm tripping hard. I need to be at 328 if I want to outspeed Scarf Flygon. Yeah. So that's not going to happen in a million years. I need to maintain some special attacking presence. So we're going to run 24 speed and then just put the rest in HP and pray to the Lord that we can take stuff. That gives us an even number though, so never mind. Oh wait, we have these 4 EVs here. Get out of here. There we go. Okay. That, my friends, I feel like I definitely did that wrong. So we're going to just double check. 242 times 1.5. Because that'll be what I'm at after one Equip Dance. 363. That's more than I need. Oh wait, you're not max deck. That's good. Okay. I mean 2 points, whatever. That's better. That is definitely good. We'll be able to outspeed that thing, get some priority roosts off. And that will be excellent. And we have Hidden Power Ground for the Entei, and for the Raikou, and for the Registeel, I guess, but obviously Fiery Dance is better for that thing. More so for the Nidoqueen. Okay, this is the team. I think I'm pretty happy with this one. I think this will go well, so let me preview it and I'll get the heck out of here so you guys don't have to keep listening to my voice. We have an Assault Vest Muck with Gunk Shot, Ice Punch, Shadow Sneak, and Explosion. This is going to help us check the Raikou, since with Assault Vest the damage output on this thing is going to be very small, and it will also give us a pretty good chance to poison other things, because Gunk Shot is going to have 30% chance, or 60% chance to poison, and Shadow Sneak is nicer priority, and then Explosion can be good if I want to just destroy something. And then Ice Punch, he has a lot of ice weaknesses, so I figured I'd put it on. Infernape is just basic lead Endeavor Infernape with rocks and taunt and overheat. If he wants to bring Registeel, I can smack that thing. Trevenant is going to be to check the Samurott and the Flygon, as well as the Sceptile if it's physical, and we'll just get residual damage with the combination of Willow and Leech Seed. Gyarados is going to hopefully be able to set up and sweep, because once he gets going, nothing is going to stop him, especially if his Lumberry is intact. Ideally, he'll switch in on Entei, who will not get the burn off of Sacred Fire, and he will be forced to go into Liepard if he has it and try to T-Wave me, but I'll just smack that thing because of my Lumberry. I'll heal that right off, and I will proceed to sweep his team. We have Aerodactyl as hopefully a check to the Entei, but I'm not sure how well that will work. Let me just make sure Aerodactyl doesn't like lose defense when he Mega Evolves or something. He does not. He gains defense. Okay, that's good. So this is going to attempt to be another check to Entei. I can take one, and I am EV'd to outspeed even before Mega Evolving. So that's why there's some weird EVs on here. But I need to be able to outspeed that thing before I Mega, basically. Because this hits 299, and... That hits 299. Or did I prepare for Jolly or something? 328. Okay, yeah. So I prepared for worst case, which is Jolly Entei, and I went for this amount of speed because we can't take 2 Stone Edges even with this spread. So that is the EVs there, and then Ice Fang again for coverage because he has a lot of ice weaknesses, and EQ for a couple things on his team. And then a boosting Volcarona. We do have another booster already in Gyarados, but I think Volcarona will do well. It can set up on a lot of different things, especially because it's going to be increasing its special defense. We can set up on stuff like Raikou and Nidoqueen. It can set up on Flygon or Samurott if they end up getting burned, and I guess Meloetta as well. So that's going to be the team. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry if it was really long, but leave a like if you enjoyed. Leave any questions or concerns down in the comments section. And I guess by the time you're seeing this, the battle will have already happened. So I'm kind of stressed. I'm more worried about this battle than the last one, but hopefully it goes well. So yeah, this has been Daniel and EnteiTainment out.